is Duchscherer, who takes over and spins a breaking ball upstairs for ball one to Hanley Ramirez.
Look at that earned run average, 1.82 as a starter this year.
Yeah, he's been in an all-star game as a setup reliever, and now here he is as a starter, and there isn't a better ERA to be found anywhere.
I should say.
They start to lurk down in that bullpen, and something that we talked about at the beginning of the night, Tim, that the National League did get their run to this point against a starter. It happened to be against Irvin Santana. You've got Duchscherer in there now, but after this you start getting into the ninth inning guys and a quartet of pitchers that just shut everybody down.
Everybody, including Joe Nathan of the Minnesota Twins, Mariano Rivera, Joaquin Soria of Kansas City.
He's found a good place to sit out there next to Mariano Rivera.
Got it. You got it.
These guys are smart. Breaking ball is hammered into left field. A spinning breaking ball that was up from Duchscherer, and it was pounded by Hanley Ramirez, who's 2 for 3.
That's pretty easy to say that that was the worst pitch of the night by any pitcher. That was a spinner, hanging breaking ball right up around the letters. Catchers don't catch those.
And so now 1 on, nobody out for Chase Utley. And this could be it for Chase Utley. Here's a guy who is 3rd in the National League with 25 home runs and tied for 6th with 69 RBIs. Takes a ball. And for Utley, he is one of 12 National League All-Stars who prior to tonight had never played at Yankee Stadium. There are 28 first-time All-Stars involved in tonight's game. As the runner goes, he'll have to come back. Ramirez was running, and Utley fouled it back into the upper deck, and a good play by a fan. But Utley is on that list of 12 guys who had never played in this stadium. So what a thrill it must be. Final year for this ballpark. Last game will be played here September 21st, unless the Yankees obviously make it to the postseason for the 14th consecutive year. One ball, one strike, 1 on, nobody out, and a check on Ramirez. Hanley has stolen 23 bases during the regular season so far, and has consecutive 50 stolen base seasons under his belt. Berkman on deck. The 1-1. Outside. Prior to the game, Terry Francona told us that Duchscherer was a little bit under the weather and was a little on the bubble as to whether he was going to call on him to pitch tonight. Well, he has, and he's allowed a leadoff hit. And now ball 3. Meanwhile, Tim Lincecum left and was admitted to a hospital with quote-unquote flu-like symptoms prior to tonight's game, so he was not even involved in the pregame ceremony.
Yeah, and so he is not obviously in uniform. And we hope Tim is watching the game and hope he's fine.
Here's a shot into right with Ramirez running. Hanley will go to 3rd on a base hit by Utley. The National League is in business here in the 6th inning. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and the heart of the order coming up for the NL.
Ball down and in. Ramirez reads it quickly and goes to 3rd rather easily, running on the play.
When talking to Terry Francona before the game, he said, if I do use Duchscherer, as Ramirez turns and goes, he said, I'll have George Sherrill, the left-hander, to back him up in the inning, the lefty. And we've already shown that he is up, getting loose in the bullpen, and it might not be too long before he's in the game as Berkman swings through strike 1. Lance's fly to center and struck out. With that view from up top, that ball's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. But that angle. took a walk up there today prior to the game, and it is a steep climb to the upper deck here at Yankee Stadium. Berkman in the air to left center field, pretty well hit. Back is Sizemore near the track for the out. Tagging and scoring is Ramirez. RBI for Berkman. It's 2-0 National League. So Berkman gets it done and doubles the lead. 2-0 here in the 6th.
And Derek Jeter will be replaced.
So here's Derek's moment. So a nice hand for Jeter as Michael Young takes over at short. And they just now announced the other changes. Here's Albert Pujols, 1 on, 1 out after the sac fly by Berkman. Duchscherer finds the strike zone, strike 1. Fifth pitcher of the night for Terry Francona. Up the middle off the bat of Pujols. He's on with a hit. Utley will stop at second. And that's 3 hits in the inning. Let's check in with Kevin Kennedy standing by with Derek Jeter.
Got the captain of the Yankees right here, Derek Jeter. This whole All-Star experience, the Hall of Famers out there. What does this all mean to you?
It's been a fun event, man. This is definitely an All-Star game I didn't want to miss. I think you know, the Yankees have done a tremendous job. Major League Baseball deserves all the credit because they're giving them the All-Star game this year.
And we saw Mr. Steinbrenner out there. I know how close you are to him. What did that mean to you?
Oh, it's great. I mean, he's New York Yankees. He's one of the first guys, or first names that come to mind, and you can't say that about very many owners in the sport.
Derek, congratulations. Thanks a lot. Joe, Tim.
All right, thank you guys. And one of the reasons why, in my estimation, George Steinbrenner should be in baseball's Hall of Fame. Pitch is up and in. What he has meant to this franchise and what this franchise in turn has meant to the game. The 26 World Championships, the empire he has built with the Yes Network, and a man who truly loves this sport. He's made a lot of controversial decisions over the course of the years. Became an owner in 1973. A lot of managerial firings. But I think you can always say that that man, the boss, was doing what he could to try and help this Yankee team win. $10 million tab to buy this franchise in 1973. Since he's been here, 10 pennants and 6 World Series titles. 2-0 is the count. 2 on, 1 out. Duchscherer deals to Chipper Jones, strike 1.
It has never been easy for the Yankees. However, this year it's much more difficult because of the pesky, good Tampa Bay Rays, who have lost 7 in a row going into the All-Star break. But they are a very, very tough ball club, and the Yankees know it.
2-1 pitch swung on and missed as Chipper Jones was fooled. We've talked to Yankee players. We've talked to Joe Girardi. We've talked to Red Sox players. Talked to Terry Francona. And there isn't anybody we've come across that believes that the Rays are going away.
No.
And it's not just an 08 thing, by the way.
No.
They're going to be good for a long while as Chipper Jones strikes out on a high delivery from Duchscherer.
First strikeout for Justin. You rarely see Jones going out of the strike zone on a high fastball. But for the most part, guys did not come to the All-Star game to walk.
So now with 2 on, 2 out, the inning is up to Matt Holliday, who homered his last time up. In for a strike. He took this one from Irvin Santana out to right. Way out. Duchscherer could do a very good job of limiting the damage if he can get Holiday, and now that's up to Ian Kinsler. The National League gets a run. RBI sac fly by Lance Berkman. 2-0 NL into the bottom of the 6th at Yankee Stadium.